We have, hold on, let me do my main introduction here. Welcome, guys. We have a 2v2 between some of the best in the world. In the blue, we have Hart playing as the Byzantines. His ally is Leary playing as the Goths. Up against Leary is Nikov, his Aftermath teammate, but they're enemies here. Nikov is playing as the Burmese, and then we have Berbers for Miguel. So, Civ-wise, I find the northern civs more interesting. Burmese and Goths. Burmese are the best civ in the game right now, to put it simply. They have a strong man-at-arms rush, so do Goths. They have strong infantry in late game, so do Goths. Goths are normally very aggressive, and Leary is one of the best at that. Looking at the maps briefly, there's a woodline on the back for Leary. He has a gigantic random hill here. I don't know how that happens. There's a random hill with nothing around it. But he has a gold and a stone, which can be secured. While it's open, it can be secured by building out in front. Another gold forward. Who he's up against, Nikov. Safer gold, safer woodline options. There's a gold here, and I think his other gold's down here, believe it or not. Where's his stone? His stone's to the north. That could be an issue for Nikov. Nikov's ally, then, Miguel. He has a very compact base for early game. As the game goes on, it'll be tough to push forward if he doesn't have military presence. So the wood and gold here are fine, but this is what I'm talking about. Golds and stones all forward for him. And then he is up against Hart, and oh my goodness! That is bad, man. There's no other way to say it. 3 forward golds and a hill. Ugh, and a secondary stone forward, so it'll be tough for Hart in this game. Desert Dingo and Zygla, thank you guys for the new subs. Awesome stuff. I'm a huge fan of the civs that Miguel and Nikov have. No offense to any Goths out there. I just like Berbers and Burmese better. In fact, Berbers is one of my favorite civs. I like the faster vills. I like the cheaper knights and camels. I love the camel archer. It's one of my favorites to play. Burmese, as I already said, are quite strong. It's difficult for me to say how you should play Goths versus Burmese. Leary would certainly know. He's building a barracks now, so maybe it's man-at-arms from him. Hart, he is Byzantine, so he could flood his opponent with trash. And this is quite a good map to be facing off against, I guess, if you're Byzantines. Because it'll take Miguel time to get to the camel archers, time to get to the knights and camels that are cheap. And he could be completely suffocated by the Byzantines' trash. So, one of my favorite quotes from Twitch chat, this is maybe 2 years old. It's from a user named Will Work for Ice Cream. And many of you might remember this. It was Masters of Arena 3, MBL and Viper, and they both got Koreans, and they both had siege onagers, and they were trolling each other throughout the game with outposts and whatnot. It was a very long game where Viper had 5 relics, and it was an inevitable result. So at one point, Viper starts cutting through the trees, and again, they're Koreans. He starts cutting through the trees to get to the back of MBL's base, and I saw Ice Cream in the chat say, "Cutting like a goth." And, like, it didn't register when I was casting it what he meant. It didn't register that that was a joke. I genuinely thought at the time that Ice Cream didn't know that Goths didn't get Siege Onager, and he thought Goths were playing in the match. But no, no, it's not what he meant at all. I always remember that comment. So Hart, as you can see, is going forward. And then it is man-at-arms for Leary up against Nikov, who, excuse me, has gone for full walls and fast castle attempt, or maybe it's just a very late archer rush from him. I mean, this whole game has been unorthodox at the start, and Miguel's the only one who's done something relatively standard for these civilizations, and he's going for scouts. The problem with going forward in Age of Empires 2 is if you lose map presence, you have nothing at home to defend with, so it's important for Hart that he continues to pile the pressure on here. I don't know why I remember that comment from Ice Cream, but I do. Somebody in the chat said, what makes Burmese good? Well, they get extra attack per age on their infantry. They get free lumber camp upgrades. They have the Arambai. They have elephants with extra armor with the Howdah upgrade. They have monks with cheaper techs. Am I missing something? There's got to be something else. They have 5 insane bonuses, while many other civs only have 1 or 2. So, an early tower from Miguel to protect his gold. And he's just avoiding the forward and sending his scouts forward to hit Hart. Hart, again, has no spears at home, but he is walling up his base. So if he walls this off, that'll be good for him. The problem with building a tower very early is that your opponent can then be choosy on where they place theirs. So preemptive towers are good in theory, but at this level it can be a mistake, and that's why Miguel has to fight with Vils. Now what makes this interesting is that Miguel has faster villagers with Berbers. So he can chase down the villagers from Hart. And there's a dead villager for you. The problem with Byzantines, or facing up against Byzantines, is it snowballs so much on you. Skirmisher after skirmisher, spear after spear. It's so cheap for them to produce it, and you just can't deal with it at times. Miguel is going to lose her if he doesn't pay attention, and he could lose more, so he has to run back. Now, on the other side, it was just a very late archer rush from... Not even an archer rush from Nikov. He just committed to 1 range, and I guess he committed to that range so he could kill the man-at-arms. What's interesting here is that Burmese, without stone, they can be countered by the Goths. That's for sure. And the stone has been walled out. So Nikov will go either the crossbow route or the knight route. It's got to be crossbows. I don't see him getting to Arambai anytime soon. Leary, after the man-at-arms rush, has just simply boomed up, and he's about to click up to the next stage. And we'll keep an eye on what he goes with. I think he might add a stable and go for knights. Yeah, he will go for knights, which is completely fine as Goths. So Hart is now building a tower on this wood line for Miguel. Miguel's scouts are arriving at Leary's base because they couldn't hit Hart. But Leary sees this. Leary quick walls. And he fails with the quick wall there. He could lose a Vil. He's Vil fighting. He'll lose a Vil. Nice micro from Miguel. But Miguel still needs to deal with this. Remember I said his base is good for the start, but as he needs to branch out throughout the game, it'll be difficult. That's what we're seeing now. Like, he has no other wood options. He's completely surrounded. Yeah, pretty much what Absolute Bread said. Now, Absolute Bread, don't let this go to your head, man. Okay? Don't let this go to your head. But you're exactly right with everything you said about Burmese. And Miguel picks off another Vil, so great job from him. Now, Nikov and Leary, they're on the way to Castle Age. It is archers for Nikov, and he's on the way, whereas Leary is waiting for the knights. Can Nikov do damage before Leary hits Castle? Because Leary has no military. Also, there's a hole here, so the archers could run right in. It's a possibility. And meanwhile, Hart is doing very well versus Miguel. Miguel has 1 wood line and 1 gold. That is it. He's abandoned his farms. And meanwhile, Hart, things are nice and easy at his base. Hart has more skirmishers. He's microing down the skirms for Miguel. And Miguel doesn't have any other choice. He has to add his own skirms. If he sends the scouts here, they'll just get chewed up by the spears. And the archers did make it into Leary's base. It almost seems like that surprised Leary or something. He lost 2 Vils. He should have 2 knights on the way, and they can clean that up. But if Nikov plays this correctly, he can buy himself a lot of time. He can get some value out of this. Yeah, look at the idle time he's causing. He picks off another villager. He'll at least get 1 more, if not 2. Wow, great stuff from Nikov. You know, I can't help but feel that that was sloppy from Leary to not have it walled up. I didn't quite see what direction Nikov took, but I think he ran through here, so I can't see how that was a huge surprise for him. But maybe he didn't know about the hole. That's a possibility. So that really hurts. Leary now can't push out with a lot of knights. This has given Nikov time to add town center, so he will have a town center on his stone, so he can secure that. Now, on the bright side for Leary and Hart, Hart is leading big time versus Miguel on this side. And Hart is close to clicking up to Castle Age, towering his gold now because he knows that he could get hit by Nikov. Getting the gold mining upgrade. Yeah, he's close. What about Miguel? Yeah, Miguel's pretty far away from that upgrade. So all Hart needed to do is suffocate his opponent. As I said, he's done that. He's done a great job at that. Can Leary push back? Oh my god, Nikov came right back in. Remember a moment ago I showed you, I didn't say anything. Those crossbows from Nikov? Nikov came right back in with 4 crossbows and found Vil Pigs. Right when Leary wanted to come to Hart, Miguel, I imagine. And help Hart. Now that is the problem for Nikov and for Miguel. They don't have mobility right now. And because of that, Miguel can get 2v1s, and that's exactly what's happening. Oh, this can hurt him so much. 3 knights, plus 2 defense and bloodlines. Miguel has 20 idle villagers because of that, and he can't comfortably come out of that TC. Nikov needs to wait for that castle, and then he'll get his mobility. Hart and Miguel clicked up to Castle Age now, but Hart has a minute head start. And that will make matters so much worse for Miguel. So Nikov, he has to carry Miguel now. Look at the Vil difference. 54 Vils for Nikov. He's on 3 TCs. He's 20 more Vils than Leary. So it's down to Leary and Hart being more together as a team at the moment. But Nikov, he's in a fantastic position. Rolling solo here. T90, what would you do if EA bought the AoE franchise? That's a what if that'll never happen, man. I don't think Microsoft will ever let Age of Empires go. Miguel barely has the resources to make knights, but a knight or 2 would really help here. And are we going to see Siege and Monks? I think we are. I think Hart will go Siege and Monks on the front here. Yeah, so he'll go into what is called a Smush. Siege Monk push. We talked about it yesterday on the stream. A lot of people seem to think that Smush is a Saracen Monk rush. I don't know how many people think that or where they got that from. But Smush is just Siege and Monks. And it's a very strong strategy versus strong Knight civs. Monks convert the Knights, and then Siege kills all the ranged units. Nikov needs to help at some point. Is he building a castle yet? He's close to it. 613 stone at the moment. A lot of knights from Leary, who is only on 2 TCs, so he is way behind Nikov when it comes to eco. But Miguel could die. Miguel just needs to survive. That is what Nikov is telling him. Just hold on. The original name for Saracen Monk Rush, but then it changed to Siege Monk Rush. Oh, really? Gotcha. Well, I never heard that until like, the other day, actually. I had a lot of people saying it on the stream. But I'm sure if it was posted on forums and whatnot. Oh! Oh my god, that quick wall was game-changing. Hold on. There's a hole here. Okay, so this castle will luckily go up for Nikov. That was so close. Imagine if that castle got denied. The crossbows have arrived, but Nikov's crossbows, they don't help him. Or they don't help Miguel, that is. TC will die for Miguel. He has a second one. His main gold and his woodline is here, though. And no one can really... No one can kill this. I guess Miguel needs a good Mangonel shot or two, but even then, Byzantines, they can research redemption so they can convert enemy Mangonels. The Erembi are now being masked. Oh, and here comes Leary. So Miguel is taking such a beating now, guys. He's lost that TC. Hart needs to pay attention. I think he might have misclicked the house. Nope, he's paying attention. And he kills Miguel's Mangonel. It is going from bad to worse for Miguel. Miguel is down to 40 villagers. He has very little military. The knights can pick off the Mangonels, so this Mangonel won't even contribute much if Leary pays attention to it. Yeah, he does. Villagers are inside this tower. They could die in a moment. 38 total population for Miguel, but as a team, it's pretty close. If you add up the populations right now, the team populations are very close. Nikov needs to carry this one. Because at this rate, Miguel will be defeated. It's not necessarily GG. You have one of the best players in the world with the most broken civilization. The strongest civilization in the game. So maybe he can bring this back. And Hart hasn't exactly been booming up either. And he also got hit by Miguel here. Though he is defending well now. Yeah, Hart hasn't been focusing on his eco. Just one TC from him. So he only has 47 vills. Oh god! I think Hart killed his own skirmishers when he ran by that tower because of the splash. It's either that or Miguel's shot, but still, Miguel, he's having some problems, to say the least. So, what does Leary have here? You know what? I don't think Leary can kill this. Is Nikop building another castle? He is. I don't think Leary can kill this. The only way I'd say Leary would have a chance to kill this is if he had a castle, had anarchy, and could spam Huskarls against it. But I don't know, guys. I think Nikov and Miguel can still win. Because what's he going to make his Goths here? If he makes knights, they die. If you make any of your infantry, you'll die to Erembi. Leary wants to click up to the next stage, but he doesn't have the castle. The castle is the big thing. Without a castle, Imperial Age doesn't really give him much. Now, we might see Hart send skirmishers to that side, but Burmese have many strong options to counter just skirmishers, so... Here come the Erembi, and it's now 96 population for Leary. That will drop big time over the next couple minutes. Yeah, I think Nikov and Miguel can win this. Look at the score of Nikov. He's building another castle forward. What can kill him? What can kill him if he's making full Erembi? If he had any other civ, this game would be over. I think Nikov will win this for his team. It's nuts. It's nuts how good this Burmese civ is and how good Nikov is as well. This was kind of his plan from the very beginning, right? Because he full waltz. He didn't make any real offensive units until Castle Age. That's when he upgraded to crossbow and pushed out, but he was very defensive. And, oh, which TC is Leary? Oh, no, that's Leary's Imp TC. This is GG. That's Leary's Imp TC. Oh, God. Can he repair this for the next 30%? Oh, he chose the wrong TC. And now the Erembi are coming in. Leary's out of wood. He's out of wood. Oh, I wish I could hear Leary speaking right now. He'd probably be so tilted. 83%. He has to buy wood. He needs the Imperial Age upgrade or he's for sure dead. He's still out of wood. He has to buy more wood. 92%. He doesn't have the gold to purchase wood. 96%. I think he'll get it. I think he'll get it. He will just get to the Imperial Age. And now he's building his castle. There are crossbows and Erembi all up in his business. The game is probably still over. Nikov, he has 42 kills, 22 deaths. This is trouble. Again, Hart can't just add trash against Burmese, because Burmese have the strong champions and the siege options. So, yeah, there's the GG. You know what Miguel was saying the whole time, chat? He's saying, this is fine. It's fine. There's no problems here. We're going to win. We're going to win. It's probably what Nikov was saying to him as he was tilted and saying, help me, help me. What a boom from Nikov. No, I think that could have been prevented possibly if Leary would have built a castle earlier. If Leary would have stopped the crossbows from killing all those villagers, it certainly wouldn't have been this bad for him. Hart did his job. Nikov just beat Leary on the other side. That's what it came down to. All right, so there's the KD. Look at the eco difference. Crazy difference. Immediately after Nikov hit Castle Age, he tossed down 3 TCs, and he killed, 6 to 8 villagers of Leary's? So not only did he kill Leary's eco, but he was going to skyrocket ahead in eco. And Burmese get free lumber camp upgrades, and the Arambai don't cost food. It's insane. I hope it's not like that for very long. I know there will be adjustments in the future that I can't speak of, but